So I filmed a few Scottish insults videos in the past, but I wanted to do a video on my favourite Scottish insults. We have a lot of insults in Scotland, but I've never actually shared like my favourite insults, ones that I actually use regularly. Bawbag. Us Scots love the word baw. Baw means ball. Bawbag is a perfect word. It just means ball bag, but it's just a word to describe someone that it's just a general insult, like that guy's a bawbag. Baw is a word that we like to use for everything, so bawbag, first one. Fanny baws, bawjaws, bawhead, baw hair, baw face. We love a baw. We love the word bawbag so much that we named a hurricane after it in 2011. If you're having a proper fight with someone, or like you're having a proper argument with someone, you're not going to call someone a bawbag. It's more of a playful term, but it's a great word. Bawbag. Eejit. This is one that I've mentioned in a bunch of videos before. It's one of my favourites and I use it a lot, mainly to describe myself. Eejit's another word for idiot. I know that Eejit's used in some places in Ireland, and I know that some places in America have a variation of the word Eejit, which is like idjit. We use the word Eejit here in Scotland quite a lot to mean someone that's an idiot. If someone's an Eejit, they're just a blatant idiot. So I would use it if like I've done something stupid and I'm like, oh, I'm such an Eejit. The current spelling of the word Eejit dates back from the 1950s, but the word Eejit actually comes from the 19th century. I think it was in the form like idiot or something. This is just what I looked up online. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I read somewhere. This is what my notes say. Never trust your notes. Never trust my notes. The next word that I like is another insult to, it's just another word to describe someone that's an idiot yet again, and that word is numpty. I use it to describe myself a lot, like, oh, I'm such a numpty. Numpty is another playful word. It's not really like one that you would use to really insult someone, like, oh, you're such a numpty. Like, no one's going to be like, oh. But numpty's a great word, again, to describe someone that's an idiot. And again, my notes say that the word originated in the 1980s in Scotland, possibly from the word numbskull, but it more likely comes from the word numps, which is from the late 16th century, and numps was just a word to describe someone stupid. The next word that I've got on my list is Glaikit. So Glaikit is a word to describe someone who is just not there. They're just not there at all. Again, it's another word for someone that could be a bit stupid, a bit slow, just not all with it. Again, this is another word that I would use to describe myself sometimes. You would maybe say that someone's got a Glaikit expression on their face, so if they've got a Glaikit expression, they're just blank, they're just like... It's not as much of a playful word as like numpty or Eejit. Glaikit is used to describe someone that's not all there or quite stupid. The next on the list is fud, which is a great word. I love saying the word fud. Fud. Fud means vagina, but you would just call someone a fud if they're being an idiot again, like, or someone's annoying you, they're a fud. Someone's a arse, they're a fud. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, it just means vagina. I like to like know the origins of words and stuff. I just love words. Apparently it could potentially come from Old Norse or the German word fotze, which is a bad word. The next word is mink, which is also not a very nice word. Like, I wouldn't really use the word mink to describe someone else because it means someone that's dirty, unkempt, gross. Mink's just a gross person. I use it to describe myself if I've been hill walking or camping or like somewhere. If I've been somewhere where I'm like muddy and minging, then I would say, oh, I'm a mink. Or if I say something gross, I'll just be like, oh, I'm such a mink. I always use it to describe myself, but it's such a great word. You can also say someone's minky. We use the word manky as well. But I would say if something's dirty, I would say it's manky, like my hands are manky. I think I said that in my last vlog actually, because I was at a beach cleaning, I was like picking up rubbish and I felt like my hands were manky. But I would say that I'm a mink. I wouldn't say that I'm a mank. I know some places do say mank, but yeah, I would say something is manky or minky, but I would call myself a mink. And I don't know where that word came from. Maybe the animal? I don't know. Oh, this is a good one. This is one of my favourites actually. So Crabbit. I have mentioned this in videos before, but Crabbit means grumpy, so I would mostly use it to describe, in my head, right, when I think of the word Crabbit, I picture an old man. Like, I'd picture an elderly man who was just grumpy, but you can use it for anybody really. So if anybody's grumpy, you would say they're Crabbit. And it comes from the word crabbed, which means negative, bad-tempered, miserable. Crabbit. The next word has a couple of, I've seen a couple of variations of spellings, and it's tube, so I would just spell it like tube, like T-U-B-E. But I know some people spell it like C-H-O-O-B. There is no like, this is how it's spelled. Tube is, again, another word for an idiot. Not the underground. I know that the underground is also called the tube, But if a guy or someone does something stupid, then I would say, oh, they're such a tube. They're quite simple words. And the last insult is probably the best, and it's your maw. And it's just another form of your mother, your mum, that sort of thing. Your maw can be used for anything, as it applies to anything. It's a great insult for all occasions. So if someone came up to me and was like, Erin, you're a tube, I'd just be like, so's your maw. So's your maw is just a fantastic insult. Or just your maw. It can be used on its own, doesn't matter. So it's a great comeback for anything. If you're stuck for what to say, just say your maw. I feel the need to reference some kind of newer insults that people have been using around. I think it's more like the younger folks are using. Your da sells Avon. Avon's like, what, this catalogue thing that's like, people sell Avon and it's like beauty products and like household stuff, skincare, I don't know. But so many people comment on my videos, your da sells Avon, and I'm like, alright, I get it. I don't really like it. I don't think it's that funny. Maybe I'm too old, but I prefer just the classic your maw. Your da sells Avon's a bit crap. There's also your maw's a welder. Your maw wears a denim trackie, which I think is quite funny. I don't know why that one's... It's just, us Scots come up with stupid insults that don't make sense, and that's why I love them so much. But anyway, those are my favourite Scottish insults. What is your favourite Scottish insult? Leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy my content, and if you want notified of when I upload, because I know that YouTube isn't putting everyone's videos in the subscription boxes now. Pure pain in the arse. So yeah, click the wee notification bell if you want notified of when I upload my videos. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye. The next word that I really like is also a word to use, words. But Ballbag. But it's more likely from the word numps, which is from the late night. Yeah, fud. Fud. You're a fud. That's a big long explanation for no reason. If you can't think of a comeback, just use